before we can say, yes, absolutely, you are eligible for dual, or no, unfortunately, you're not because of these reasons. This law is getting in the way, or, so on and so forth. So the first step to getting dual is determining your eligibility, okay? If you are unsure if you are eligible for dual, that's where I come in. I am a consultant and I will help you figure that out. So I do have consultations available on my website. That's in the link in my bio. And we'll analyze your tree together and figure out if you're eligible for dual through which relative. And then we can go into what documents are necessary specific to your case. And how do we want to go about getting dual? Do we want to go through the consulate? That's another big misconception, that to get dual citizenship, you have to go through the consulate, your nearest consulate. That's not the case. We have three options. One is to go through the consulate. This is the longest way. How do I say it? It takes the longest time to get dual if you go through the consulate. The second option is coming to Italy and doing it yourself in Italy. This is the fastest way of getting dual. That's what I did. I booked a ticket, I came to Italy, and I got dual within 3 to 4 months. Typically, we tell clients 3 to 6, but you are going to have to invest 3 to 6 months in Italy, but you can get dual by residing in Italy for a little bit of time. Once you get it, then you can go back. We understand that some people are not able to reside uninterrupted 3 to 6 months in Italy. So we offer the ability to expedite the process, where we do the process for you on your behalf in Italy while you stay in the United States or in Canada, wherever you may be from. And we can get dual that way. And we can also get dual for multiple family members simultaneously in that way as well. So feel free to put your locations down below so I know where you guys are tuning in from. I'm originally from New York. And if you have any dual citizenship questions, so we can get into that. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing right now? Are you like waking up? Are you on your way to work? Are you hanging out in bed? What's going on? Cincinnati, Ohio. Good morning from New York. Hello, hello. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Okay, hold on. If your parents gave up their Italian citizenship for Canadian, can I go back to my grandparents? That's a really good question. The answer to that is no. Dual citizenship is only passed down through parents, okay? If your parents cut that bloodline, you cannot, legally speaking, we cannot just like turn a blind eye to that and pick a relative that came before them. Okay, that came from a generation prior. If your parents are still with us, meaning if they're still alive, they can reacquire their citizenship by residing legally in Italy for 1 year, and then they can reacquire the citizenship and then pass it down to you. But that's how that's unfortunately going to work. They would have to reacquire it, and then you can get it through them once they get theirs back. Good morning from New Jersey. Very cool. Where in Jersey are you from? (704) in St. Louis. Is it St. Louis? Do I pronounce the S? My hubby is making my coffee in bed. That sounds awesome. That sounds great, actually. So the most common question that I get in regards to dual citizenship is, what is the first step? The first step is figuring out if we are eligible for dual. Okay, a lot of people want dual citizenships. Oh, my grandmother, my great-grandfather, even my parent, they're from Italy. I want to get dual. We pause, we stop, we say, are you sure you're eligible for dual? Just because you have a relative born in Italy, even if it's a parent, does not necessarily make you eligible to get dual citizenship. Okay, we need to analyze your case. We need to figure out if you're eligible through one of your ancestors, relatives, etc. There are many different laws, different details that need to be taken into account and considered before we can say, yes, you're definitely eligible through this person, or no, unfortunately, you're not because of XYZ reason. Okay, so the first step to getting dual, before we begin collecting documents, before we think about where we want to purchase our home in Italy, is to figure out if you are eligible for dual. If you are unsure or your eligibility has not yet been determined by a professional, I really would recommend contacting me so we can figure that out together. I do have eligibility chats available specifically to determine eligibility on my website. So I'll analyze your case, okay, and then we will figure it out from there. We can talk about the documents that we may need in regards to your specific case, because your documents are going to look different than somebody else's documents, right? It's going to be a different list of documents. So that's the first step, is determining eligibility. Once we determine it, we can talk about documents and we talk about the process of getting dual citizenship. Another big misconception is that you have to go through the consulate. You don't have to go through the consulate, okay? That's one option. That's the longest way of getting dual. It takes years, but it is the most economically reasonable one. All you do is pay paper processing fees, but it does take years. The second one is coming to Italy, which is what I did. I booked a ticket, I came to Italy, and I got my dual citizenship within 3 to 4 months. Typically, we tell clients 3 to 6 in the event it goes over, but that is the fastest way of getting dual. The third option is expediting the process, where we do everything for you on your behalf in Italy while you stay in the United States or Canada, wherever you may be residing. And we do the process on your behalf over here and can get dual citizenship from multiple family members simultaneously. So as long as a family member falls in that bloodline, that direct line of descent, they are eligible to be part of the folder. We can take up to 14 family members in one folder. So that's another option. We bypass the consulate. We don't go through the consulate in that way. Legally, we do that process in the courts of the jurisdiction of where your ancestor was born, where they were originally from. Okay? Did I say enough? Louisiana. Benefits of dual citizenship with Italy. Okay, that's a great question. So without dual citizenship and without a proper visa, if you go to Italy, you are not allowed to stay past 90 days. Okay, that counts for Italy and that counts for the Schengen area in general. So without a visa or without dual, you're not allowed to reside in Italy more than 90 days. Even if you own a house. If you own a house, that still does not allow you to be in the country past 3 months, okay? So having that dual citizenship gives us the liberty, gives us the opportunity to reside in Italy, stay in the EU for more than 90 days. It allows us to travel without that limitation. God forbid something happens in the United States. Okay, we can pack our bags up and we can go to Italy without that 90-day timeline hanging over our head. Okay, and vice versa. We can go back and forth however many times we may want to. Okay, so it's one of those things where even if you don't plan on using dual, you don't plan on residing in Italy, who cares? Keep it in your back pocket, get it, keep it in your back pocket. So in the event you may need to use it, you have it. Okay, the second advantage to getting dual is when you become a citizen of Italy, you are not just becoming a citizen of Italy, but you are becoming a citizen of the entire EU. So you are allowed to reside in any of the other 27 EU countries if that's something that you want to do. You can live in Austria, you can live in Germany, you can live in Spain, Portugal, Greece, France, wherever. Any country that's considered the EU, you are allowed to live in. Okay, you have now just become a citizen of the EU, not just of Italy, which is really cool. You also have access to 27 other countries' healthcare systems, not just the United States and Italy, but also the entire EU as well. One incentive to getting dual is being able to afford medication. Some people, their incentive, we ask our clients, so what's your incentive for getting dual? Why are you interested in going down this process and getting your passport? It's because I can't afford my medication in the United States. And I'm like, you know what? That is a very reasonable reason to want to get dual, and that's okay. So don't feel bad about that. So it's really full of advantages. And statistically speaking, Italy is the third most powerful citizenship you can have. It is. You can Google it. It's not just me. Statistically speaking, it is the third most powerful citizenship in the world to have. South Jersey, 10 minutes from Philly, Missouri. Can I have citizenship in Hawaii? I live in New Jersey. Do I need a visa to go to Hawaii. From what I remember, Hawaii is a state of the United States, so Hawaii is America, my friend. She always has her hair tied back, 100%, always, yes. What if we cannot find the specific town where a great-grandparent was born? Thank you so much.